Hello, so my name is Chris Hickton. I'm the Graduate Assistant for Psychology and Counselling, and I've been asked to produce a quick video on how you edit a counselling recording when working with video. So it's a very rough and ready kind of video, but before we start, I'd like to kind of give you my 3 golden rules for working with video editing in counselling. First of all, spend a lot of time getting the recording right. So often if you've got bad audio or you've got someone out of shot or any other problems, it's much harder to do something about that in the editing process than it is to get it right the first time. So what I recommend you do is whenever you're doing a counselling recording, do a minute or 2 test recording to just check you're happy with the sound and that you're happy that you've got the people you need in shot. The next piece of advice I would offer is don't edit too much. So if you start editing bits and pieces out of the recording, it becomes very obvious, and particularly if you're looking at the quality of the counselling relationship or the rapport between the counsellor and client, it becomes very obvious that actually there's a bit missing here, and why is the client suddenly crying for no apparent reason. So with that in mind, I would just kind of edit it down to the few minutes of the clip that you want, and don't edit it too much. Thirdly, don't really need to mention this, but I needed 3 rules, and it's always worth reminding ourselves that remember confidentiality. So remember that if you're using someone else's computer to edit the video, remember to delete the file afterwards. Remember that if you go on placement and you want to record on that, confidentiality is really important. So it's essential that you get into good habits now, but I'm sure I didn't need to tell you that. Okay, so with that in mind, the program that I'm recommending is AudioMux, which can be downloaded here. It's open source, it's freely available, and if you look to the link in the description, you'll find it there. So with that in mind, we can now go to the start menu and have a look. So I've just gone to the start menu. This is how the program will load. So if I just quickly talk you through the interface, you've got a play, a stop there. If you stop it, and then play again, it will play from the time that you stopped it at. You've got a time down there to tell you a precise timing of the recording. You've got a slider which allows me to move through the recording quickly or slowly. You've got the options of moving forward and backwards, skipping from black frame to black frame. I'll be honest, you probably won't use that much. You've got a fast forward and that. You've also got the section A, section B, which is very important, which relates to these 2 buttons here. So whenever you're creating clips, what you will do is you'll put a kind of section around that clip using the A and the B button, and then you can do what you need. And then you've got some configuration options, and if you click here, that's where you would save the video. So with that in mind, we'll get started. So if we go File, Open, and it's taking me to where I've got it saved. But typically, say if you're working on an SD card, you would go to My Computer, SD, then through a couple of folders like these, and then you'd find the clip. So let's watch some mastery here.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. That should do.
It's just a short video to show how you would do it. So with that in mind, you can then go and say, right, we want to cut down. So we'll play again.
Testing,
Let's
1,
say
2.
I want to cut from there for a few seconds. So I'd press the A button, You see this little blue mark goes around it. I press play again.
Testing 1 2 3 testing.
And B. So I've now got a selection highlighted. And what I could do is if you go onto the edit menu, you've got the option of copying it. So if you want to copy a clip, we've got the option of pasting in another clip, or we've got the option of delete. So at the moment, I'm just going to go for the delete option.
Testing 1 2 3 testing 1 2 3.
And then we'll play again from the beginning.
Testing 1 2 3 testing 1 2 3 testing.
Right, and as you can see, it's cut out the bit that I didn't want. Okay, so with that in mind, we can now add certain filters. So if you go onto video, you've got options of filters, and you've got the option of cutting down video noise. So that's if you've got kind of a dark image, you can kind of brighten up the colours a bit. You can add subtitles if you're really inaudible. You can increase the sharpness, and also in the miscellaneous, you've got kind of print info, which is the information that will be on the properties of the video. You can also transform and do things like crop, add borders, and things like that. If you wanted to crop, you would just go add, and then choose where you would add it. You can even auto crop, which is where you basically hand over the control to the computer, and you've got the ability to move it in the left. I'm just doing that, and at the right by doing that. But as I said earlier, I wouldn't advise you to fiddle about with it too much, and just kind of give the raw image, but maybe just use the video editing tools to kind of cut to the bit you wanted. But that's essentially how you would do things like cropping and cutting bits out. So now that you've done all that, what you might decide you want to do is save the video. So to do that, you just click the little save icon, choose where you want to save it, and click desktop. You've got the option here, let me go back a second, of choosing what the output file is. So if you wanted to say have it in the AVI, you could do that. But essentially all you do now is just click save and text, and then go on to then it comes up with a message saying done. Now sometimes because I'm running screen recording software, it doesn't like me doing this, but we'll try it. That will say opening media, and on yours it will open much quicker because you're not running the video editing software. But essentially that's how you edit a video. Once you've got that file, you can copy it onto a USB stick or whatever. The next thing you'll want to do, or the last thing I should say, is just make sure you close the file to make sure the memory is gone. And once you log off the computer, it will be gone. And that's how you do a very quick video editing. Any problems, get in touch. Thank you.